Today, sharing to you our publication in the Normalites in the year 2018. Does climate change education result to less carbon? The 164 participants were randomly selected from among the grade 10 sections of the participating schools in the Philippines. The study determined the climate change knowledge and individual footprint of grade 10 students who received formal instruction on climate change in the previous grade level. It also investigated the demographic factors such as gender, household size and household income, parents' highest educational attainment, and level of urbanization that were previously reported to affect the amount of carbon footprint. This may have been the first of its kind in the Philippines, considering that at the moment, not a single study that reported the engagement of Filipino students in climate change education could be found in online journals. In short, findings of this research may have just provided a glimpse of the status of climate change education in the Philippines in terms of students' climate change knowledge. As regards climate change knowledge, the students were moderately knowledgeable about the science of climate change, an indicator that the topic was indeed discussed in class. The result indicates as well that the students were aware about the issue of climate change. The individual carbon footprint of the students, which is slightly higher than the Philippine average, implied that climate change education have not led to carbon reduction initiatives. This was confirmed by the result of the statistical analysis in which levels of climate change knowledge do not affect the amount of individual carbon footprint. To ensure that climate change education will move individuals into action, knowledge must be paired with affect, beliefs, intentions, and motivations to enact change. Result of this study likewise showed that parents' highest educational attainment, level of urbanization, and household income significantly influence individual carbon footprint. This implied that parents have important roles to play in reducing their children's carbon emission. Considering that students from highly urbanized areas have significantly higher emission than the less urbanized, it is suggested that schools in highly urbanized areas teach not only the science of climate change but present as well the social, political, and ethical dimensions of the human-induced climate crisis. Climate change may also be discussed in the context of education for sustainable development, for instance, to shed light on the fact that while income is a measure of economic prosperity, it does not always translate into a sustainable climate change resilient society. The UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change in 2014 Fifth Assessment Report has already concluded with 95% certainty that the increasing level of greenhouse gas concentration in the atmosphere is human-induced. With this, all climate change mitigation initiatives should aim at reducing anthropogenic carbon emission. Having been identified as one important climate change initiative, the ultimate aim of climate change education in schools must be to lower carbon footprint among students. However, it is quite disturbing that the result of the present study does not seem to support this goal. Thus, the most logical thing to do at the moment is for the Philippine government through the Climate Change Commission Department of Environment and Natural Resources, and the Department of Education to review the existing curriculum, particularly on how climate change is taught, ways and how the society in various capacities can contribute in solving the problem it created may also be made part of the learning competencies for the topic. Thank you very much for listening, and may I just want to share to you that this is a collaborative work of my partners, Mr. June Karen V. Caparoso of Mindanao State University IIT Iligan, Ms. Maria Leonora Teresa Aguilar of Technological University of the Philippines Taguig, yours truly, Ms. Romeline Lagura of Mariano Marcos State University of Laoag City, and Dr. Eden V. Evangelista of the Philippine Normal University, Manila. May God bless you all.